When the 2024 NBA draft came around, a lot of people thought it was terrible. Maybe not terrible, but definitely not very good. No one could agree on the star player in the draft. That's never a good thing. And there wasn't much guaranteed talent projected in the lottery at all. However, fast forward to the end of the rookie campaign for this class, and while by no means is it the best in NBA history, I don't think it's as terrible as you probably once thought it was. How's it going, my friend? I'm Alexander from Load Management Media, and let's talk about it. In almost every NBA draft, there's a real marquee guy in the top three, usually one that everyone knows about, that everyone think will be a stud, but in 2024, that wasn't really the case. I'd say this is the main reason why this class was initially doubted. But how good has the top three turned out? Number one pick, Zachary Rizache, started okay, but really picked it up to finish the season. His numbers to end the year pushed him to a respectable 13 points per game, and his splits are actually really nice considering he was on a competitive team. And at the end of the season, he looked like a real complete player. Nice jumper, good handle, creative in the lane, can play some defense. He looks really good. Probably not going to be some sort of generational type of player, but I do see him being at least a 2 to 3 time All-Star at some point in his career and a nice complementary piece on a pretty good team. Number 2 pick, Alex Sarr, has had his moments, but oh my goodness, this guy shoots the three so much you'd think he's prime Dirk. He's obviously going to be a decent player, but how good, I'm not exactly sure. Now, number 3 pick, Reed Sheppard, is an interesting case. Because the young Rockets were so good, he didn't play that much. Then he got hurt, and there was no way he'd be back in the rotation. I really liked his game at Kentucky, but I always thought him going 3 was kind of high. He's by no means a bust yet, and I think he'll get his time with Houston, considering how bad they need someone that can shoot the 3 ball remotely close to the rim. So we'll see what happens. For him, the verdict is still out. So the top 3 of this class doesn't look great so far. Probably the worst top 3 since Anthony Bennett, Victor Oladipo, and Otto Porter Jr. in 2013. But outside of the top 3 is where this class starts to really take shape and compete with some of the others that have been good in the last few years and maybe even surpass them in some spots. I'm not going to touch on every player, but of course there's some exciting ones. Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year, rightly so. This guy is just nuts. Coming into the draft, I loved him, and most people probably did. Not many thought he'd be bad, but to be this good this early is crazy. He slowly started putting in consistent 20-point, 5-assist nights, and before you know it, he's averaging 15, 4, and 4. Not bad as a rookie. Don't let that 3-point percentage fool you either. The guy can shoot it a bit, and once he gets that right up into the 34, 35, 36% range, the league's going to have to watch out, I promise. Further down, guys like Ron Holland, Klingon, and Dillingham will all be good selections. But then you get to Zach Edey at 10 and Buzelis at 11. Edey has just gotten so much better as the season has gone on. As a Grizzlies fan, I've seen the growth, especially since Isolo took over as head coach. He's more mobile running up the floor than you'd think. For his size, he can switch a little, and his defensive rebounding has gotten so much better. He can even shoot a bit. If you've seen some Grizzlies games, don't be surprised when he knocks down a 3. Now, if he could just catch the ball when Ja gives it to him a little more, fudge sakes, he's averaging the lightest 15 and 10 you'll ever see in your life. Buzelis is another one who just kept getting better as the season went on, especially after the deadline. He's got real star potential as a crafty yet explosive wing who can handle the ball. That shot is looking pretty good too. Now, just outside the lottery, everyone knows about Ware, Jared McCain, Connect, and Yves Missi. But I want to talk about a few other guys mid to late first round that I think have got some underrated juice to be great players in this league. Before that though, I got to shout out Bub Carrington, late lottery, future elite scorer for sure. Jacoby Walter. This guy has got some game. He was one of my top 5 favorites out of this class at Baylor, so when he landed at the Raps, as a Canadian, I was excited. He's been a bit inconsistent, but he's shown some high-level 3-and-D flashes with some shot creation. His jumper is pure, and he's actually really nice in the mid-range as a rookie. I don't know how the Raptors are going to get him minutes next year with all the wings they've got, but he deserves them. AJ Johnson is another guy who's fell under the radar, but once he got traded to the Wizards, you saw some great glimpses of talent. His efficiency is absolutely all over the place, but he reminds me a lot actually of, funnily enough, a rookie Jordan Poole. Still learning the game and takes some dumb shots, but the shot creation and underrated athleticism is there. He said that he could even be the best player in the world one day, which is the right mentality to have as a young guy if he continues to work hard and with the talent he's got. So let's hope it pans out. Now, I've touched on some players through the first that have been great value picks and super exciting for the future, but the second round is where this draft has really hit so far. In the second round, you have at least 5 legitimate guys that are going to be good rotational role players minimum in the league for many years to come. Of course, you have Jalen Wells, the highlight of the second round. Already a nice 3-and-D wing on a pretty good Western Conference team, all things considered. And when he went down, thank God he was okay, the Grizzlies really missed him. 51 points missed him. It's tough to be a Grizzlies fan, man. You also have other guys like Kyle Filipowski, I don't know how he fell that low, who will be a really good player and has legit upside. Jamal Shed, who's like Davion Mitchell 2.0. That's a compliment now, by the way. AJ Mitchell, who was in the rotation on the best team in the league until he got hurt. And lastly, Quinton Post, who came out of nowhere to be the stretch 5 the Warriors never properly had. Even free agent Justin Edwards for Philly, who was a top recruit in high school, looks really nice. It's rare for a draft to have this much solidified back-end talent this early on. While the 2024 NBA draft is by no means the best, and definitely has some stinkers so far, Cody Williams to John Saloon, although I have faith right now, I'm looking at y'all, and although the top 3 is pretty underwhelming, everywhere else there are some really good gems and value picks. Even Bronny has started to look okay. Pretty good G League numbers for a rookie that indicate that he's going to be a decent role player at least at some point in the NBA. So is the 2024 NBA draft terrible? Definitely not. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the results of these players in 10 years compared to what everyone was saying on draft night. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.